Hello and welcome to Steve's Retro Loft. Now, as a Spectrum owner, and as I was a Spectrum Next owner, we're all about collections. Now, some people have got rid of their collections over the years because everything's available on one SD card, but I quite like the original. I quite like the artwork. I quite like actually having the original cassettes. Fortunately, I have enough space in my loft to store them, although I am running out of space. I'm going to take a look at some of my collections, why I collect certain things, and have I got any complete collections? Anyway, let's have a look. Now, as you can see, I've got a nice storage solution for my games. These IKEA sampler boxes, which is okay. It'd be nice if there was a little bit slimmer. They don't really fit cassettes in properly, but they're okay for what I've got at the moment. So, what am I going to have a look at as part of my collection? Let's dive into one of the boxes and have a look. What I'm going to have a look at today is my software projects collection. It's not a complete collection. What I have tried to do is concentrate on the single tape releases rather than some of the bigger box stuff which came out later. I'm going to have a quick look at why I collect them, and I might even have a look at one of the games because there's a few in there that I own I've never played. I was also a big fan of the box art for software projects. I did like the style that the artist used. Can't remember the guy's name, but if I remember, I'll try and put it in the comments. And I think I've got all the cassettes, the single cassette releases, all apart from the 1 to 8 version of Lode Runner. I think it's pretty much the same game anyway, and it usually goes for about £20-25. So I'll pick that up as and when. Now, not sure which game to choose. Obviously, I'm not going to go for the obvious ones to have a quick look at because, we've all seen Manic Miner and Jet Set Willy, and probably like Lode Runner as well. It's actually a nice sort of platform which, didn't seem to get a lot of attention at the time, but I did quite like it. But there's a few over this side, which, I've bought, and I can't remember ever playing them. This is the problem with collecting. You do end up sometimes buying stuff just for the sake of it, and never actually playing it. But I'll have a pick and make my choice in a minute. So the decision was made. I'll take a look at McKenzie. It's a game I bought within the last 6 months on somebody on Facebook, and I've absolutely no idea about what the game is and what it does. So join me and we'll learn together. Unless you've already got it and played it and believe it's terrible, in which you can leave now. Anyway, let's take a look and enjoy one of my games from one of my collections. Oh, it's an adventure. Okay, didn't expect that. Well, it might just be a play on words. We'll wait and see when it's loaded. Let's have a quick synopsis of the game. So, McKenzie, you are a world-famous space explorer, Captain Vito, and for the last 2 years you've been travelling through space in your shuttle Zarkula in search of precious lithium crystals. Maybe you wanted to make an EV battery, who knows. Whilst navigating an asteroid field, you receive a distress message from a nearby space station, so you decide to investigate. You dock into the space station only to find it's been ransacked by a gang of space bandits. Unfortunately, you are captured and placed in a high security cell. I mean, you're having a bad day, really, aren't you, when that happens? Later on, blah, 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 blah. Later on, you hear through the door, bandits say the air purifier has broken down and there's only 1 hour of oxygen left. And I previously thought you was having a bad day. So all they've got to do is set fire to it and make it even worse. The bandits leave, obviously forgetting you, and you have one problem, major problem, trying to escape, hopefully with some lithium crystals. And the question is how? Well, let's have a look and see what happens. Yeah, pretty much told you that really. Press the key, see what it does. Yep, been there, yep. Yeah, I shouldn't have bothered reading it out from the manual really, should I? So, you can see a rusty asteroid. Pick up. Android, sorry. Wake up. Android. you can see my my level of playing games, adventure games. So obviously, try and wake up the Android, then kick Android. Say hello to Android. It might be that the actual language processing isn't that great on this game. No. Okay, I'll join us again in a few minutes, and I'll see if I've got any further. Right, I've managed to find a sort of graphical map for McKenzie, which just tells you what to do. Well, it shows you what rooms are, where they are. I don't seem to know what I'm doing, but obviously this is the problem with sometimes text adventures. You need to use your mind a little bit more. So I've gone through the usual kicking things and moving things, and there's no exits, even though apparently there is an exit from this room. But there you go. It's probably McKenzie was probably not the best game to show from this collection. Yeah, well, I really couldn't leave it there without trying to cheat and have a look and see how things work out. One of the things said to check inventory, so I've done that, and that didn't seem to work. And then someone just said open door. I've tried a couple of these things. But then apparently what you have to do is open the door with a clip. Obviously, I couldn't figure out how to see what I was carrying. I mean, I'm not really going to invest too much time and effort into this. And there you go. See, I can open door with a clip. Yep. Yeah, makes perfect sense. I mean, I've always thought about opening doors with clips. And then from here I can exit north or just go through various different doors. But yeah, so yeah, you can get a little bit further than I did. I was just being a bit pathetic. I think I'm not entirely sure how some of these things are worked out. It's almost like the clues in 3-2-1, if you remember what they were like. They were very vague and hard to understand. So there you go. You can move around a little bit once you figure out how to open a door with a clip. Next time someone knocks your door, obviously bearing in mind you need a clip to open it. Yeah, I don't understand either, but Anyway, as I thank you for joining me with this quick look at McKenzie. As I say, it's a bit break from my recent software, my educational software titles from Sinclair. Something a little bit different, something a bit disappointing, I think. I don't think I've ever really got on with text-based adventures. There's that sort of guessing game where you want to use English words to describe something or an action, and then you've got to try and figure out what they've actually programmed in. Always seems to be a bit hit and miss, and therefore it's never been a great genre for me. Graphical adventures, I suppose, fits something in a similar sort of way, but at least there's almost like clues and references you could have a look at in some of those. I mean, they're not always that good either. But until next time, I'll see you again. Bye bye.